Hello and welcome again to this edition of FiTV. I'm your host, Brad Swanson. We are coming to you from within Florida's capital. Today we are joined by none other than Cindy Stuart, the Clerk of the Courts for Hillsborough County. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. It's great to be in Tallahassee.
Yeah, well, we're glad to have you up here, but really so much of your work is focused at Hillsborough, and you're doing a lot of work with veterans. Tell us what you guys are doing there.
We are doing a lot of work with veterans, and being that it is November, it is November 10th. We have an in-house veterans event that has been going on probably for the last 10 years, where we honor all the veterans who either work in the courthouse or work within my system, with just cake and just a memorial celebration and just kind of a day to honor them. We have Veterans Court coming up, which is super exciting for the veterans in the community who need some extra help. That's run by Judge Manning. It's run out at the VA on November 19th. We pre-qualify all the veterans who come through the system, but it's a way to get them back on their feet. So we're excited about both of those events.
Well, we know that no community is more friendly than the Hillsborough, Tampa Bay area. They win the Abilene Award. It's such an important audience, an important part of the community. So when you think about helping those veterans, what's the kind of one sentence kind of top of mind? What do you take away from helping that community?
So we end up finding that the most challenged in our community are the ones that need the most help, obviously, but they also have a difficult time finding that help. So we offer that assistance through programs like the Veterans Court and all of our other specialty courts, mental health court, drug court, and really helping people, lifting people out of the space that they're in and back into a normal, productive citizen.
That's amazing. All right, so there's another area, my friends know I'm passionate about. I used to work for them, the Spring of Tampa Bay, amazing domestic violence help organization. Your office has been doing a lot in domestic violence. Tell our viewers a little bit about what you're doing there.
So domestic violence is a big issue in Hillsborough County. Domestic violence injunctions can be filed in our county 7 days a week, 365 days out of the year. Hurricanes, storms, our office is open. We also partner very closely with the Sheriff's Office in the spring, and so a lot of people can file from their safe place. We're working towards allowing people to not even have to come into the courthouse to file an injunction, but injunctions are an important part of the process of protecting victims.
Yeah. So Sheriff Chronister is famous for so many things he does for that entire community. How do you work on issues of domestic violence or any other issue? How do you work with the sheriff? What's your takeaway on your partnership there?
So the sheriff and I have a great relationship. Prior to me even being elected as the clerk, we have worked together on both not only domestic violence issue but criminal justice reform and especially delinquency in juveniles. So we have a great opportunity here to continue the work that we're doing to make it easier for people to file, to make it easier for people to get in their hands the paperwork and the documents that they need. In fact, now in Hillsborough County, you don't have to come back to the courthouse to actually pick up your injunction filing. You get a text message from us once the judge rules, and all of your documentation is now in a text message form. You don't have to carry around a bunch of paperwork, and so if you do have an issue and you're with a law enforcement officer, you can actually give them the case number and show them the injunction and be able to rid yourself of that paperwork. So saving trees and helping people get also the information that they need very quickly. Everyone has a phone, so it's really easy for us to. We even notify them of injunctions on their phone. So it's a voluntary program, but very few people say, no, don't send me that text.
Wow, well, that's great work for both victims and families of victims of domestic violence and great work for the veterans community. Clerk Stuart, thank you very much for coming on FiTV and sharing with us the work you're doing using the internet, if you will, to help your constituents. Yes. All right, well, thank you for coming on FiTV, and we look forward to seeing you on again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's all the time we have for this episode of FiTV. For more interviews like this one, make sure you hit us up on our social media feed, and for now, thanks for tuning in.